This is News Today with WDW News Today. I'm Tom Corliss of WDWNT.com. Here now are the top Disney park stories from around the world for April 27th, 2022. But before we get to those, a quick reminder, at carouselproducts.com, you can pick up this Rebecca the Male Black Swan shirt celebrating our favorite lost feathered friend from Animal Kingdom. And all proceeds go to the Disney Worldwide Conservation Fund. It's a great cause and a great shirt. It's sure to bring a smile to all the animal keepers at Animal Kingdom. I know some of them have picked it up already, and thank you to them for supporting a great cause and remembering Rebecca, who we miss so much. Now we can do the news. In a piece for Bloomberg Law, Orange County local government attorney Jacob Schumer claims that Reedy Creek Improvement District cannot be dissolved, or at least not until October 2029, due to language in the contracts of previously issued bonds. Schumer explains the complicated nature of two different counties assuming over $1 billion of bond debt. Then Schumer provides the phrasing from the state of Florida upon the granting of Reedy Creek to issue bonds. The statement is included in the bond agreements. Quote, the state of Florida pledges to the holders of any bonds issued under this act that it will not limit or alter the rights of the district to own, acquire, construct, reconstruct, improve, maintain, operate, or furnish the projects, or to levy and collect the taxes, assessments, rentals, rates, fees, tolls, fares, and other charges provided for herein until all such bonds, together with interest thereon, and all costs and expenses in connection with any action or proceeding by or on behalf of such holders are fully met and discharged. The 2018 utility bonds issued by Reedy Creek prohibit redemption until October 2029. Schumer argues that this is the earliest the state of Florida could legally attempt to dissolve the district. In an update to the story, Disney sent a letter to their investors obtained by WESH 2 in which their lawyers reassure investors that Florida has pledged to fulfill the terms of any bond agreements. See how that goes. Meanwhile, Reedy Creek Firefighters Association President John Shurey expressed concern to the Orlando Sentinel that the current and retiree firefighters could lose benefits if the improvement district dissolves. Turning to Shurey, lifelong health insurance and lifetime Disney passes could be at risk if the dissolution goes through. However, Shurey noted that both Florida Governor Ron DeSantis and the Florida legislature have passed laws supportive of Florida's first responders. Quote, we're just going to remain confident that when this is all said and done, and however it ends, they'll take care of us one way or another. Though the Reedy Creek Improvement District may not ultimately be dissolved in June of 2023, the legislation signed by Ron DeSantis is beginning to affect Walt Disney World. Specifically, Reedy Creek supervisors stated during a meeting this Wednesday that they are having trouble securing funding for previously announced solar arrays for Walt Disney World, the Sentinel has reported. John Klass, who oversees daily operations, said, quote, I learned this week that our planned expansion of our solar power program, just one of the 75 megawatt facilities that we have in the pipeline, could be delayed because of the developer experiencing financing challenges relating to the uncertainty surrounding the legislation. He has told employees to continue their work to the same high standards and professionalism they've always had as we learn more about what this legislation means. Board member Donald Greer, who was elected in 1975, told reporters that he has not spoken with state leaders about the legislation. Quote, the district may have a response as soon as we know what it means. I don't know if anybody really knows what it means. I would suspect if we should need to borrow money, it would be difficult. News Today is brought to you by the Sunshine Flyer, the new 1920s rail-themed transportation from Orlando International Airport to Walt Disney World Resort hotels. Start your vacation experience as soon as you step off the plane with motor coaches that create the atmosphere of old-fashioned passenger cars. No two vehicle designs are the same. Round trip is $34 for adults and just $25 for children, and 2 and under is free. To reserve, visit sunshineflyer.com. The Light Up Jack Skellington popcorn bucket, previously available to annual pass holders during the Halloween season, will be available at Walt Disney World again for halfway to Halloween. As seen in a Disney Parks TikTok, the popcorn bucket is shaped like Jack's head and lights up in several different colors. It'll be available at the Liberty Square popcorn cart and other vending carts from April 28th through May 1st, seemingly for all guests and not just for pass holders. Earlier this month, construction walls were erected next to the Tomorrowland Light and Power Company in the Magic Kingdom, blocking the walkway that'll eventually lead to Tron Light Cycle Run. Work has since begun on the side of the building. There's temporary red fencing around the doorways, and energy shield panels cover one doorway. Tarps cover construction materials on the ground in front of it, and a scissor lift is parked at the end of the walkway, and a column of the building is covered in tarps. More construction materials are next to a window, and inside, all the windows and doors on this side remain blocked from view with black fabric. There'll be even more star power at Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind when it opens at EPCOT, as Terry Crews has been revealed to play a role in the attraction. Crews, known for his current role in Brooklyn Nine-Nine and a million other things he's been in, plays Centurion Tal Marek, commander of the Star Charter and an advisor to Nova Prime. According to Disney Parks, it's Marek that calls upon the Guardians to save the day as the Nova Corps outpost at EPCOT comes under attack, likely by the celestial Esson. The attraction officially opens to the public on May 27th, but will be in previews, of course, for most of the month of May coming up. In addition to this, Walt Disney World released a video sneak peek of the inside of the attraction. This is our first look at both several parts of the queue as well as the on-ride portion itself, giving you a glimpse of what's inside. Shocking, it's all projections. Who would have thought? You can watch the full video on our website if you want the spoiler, though. Think orange thoughts with some new Orange Bird-inspired candy available through Walt Disney World. Candy bag is white with the orange bird on the front saying "Think Orange." He's surrounded by orange music notes, and behind him is a transparent circle so guests can get a look at the candy. Found these at both Port of Entry and EPCOT and Celebrity 5 and Dime at Hollywood Studios for $5.49. We also found a new top featuring the orange bird available as part of the 50th anniversary Vault collection. The shirt is white with puff sleeves and a stretchy torso. It's patterned with sliced oranges, orange bird, and white flowers and green leaves. This, of course, matches the button-down shirt that was released for men earlier, a couple weeks ago. This one, though, is at the Festival Market in EPCOT for $39.99. The mist machines have been removed from the World Discovery neighborhood of EPCOT. Of course, there were two sets of these, one near Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind, another at the Liquid Layer Splash Pad. Both of them are currently missing. It's unclear if they'll return, but seeing as EPCOT's currently removing a lot of that 90s EPCOT, a lot of things that were added at that time, maybe these aren't going to come back, although it would be nice to have some sort of way to cool off during the summer months that are quickly approaching. Some 30th anniversary merchandise from Disneyland Paris is now available in the France Pavilion at EPCOT. Glad I traveled all the way there. There's a scarf that's available for the 30th anniversary. It's all of this is from that gold and black Tinkerbell collection that came out around the actual 30th anniversary. They released 2 of the gold pins, and also one of the Dooney and Burke bags was released at EPCOT as well. You can view it all on our site. It's amazing that I went all the way there for the actual 30th and couldn't get the bag and had to buy it here. They do expect more Paris 30th anniversary merchandise will be coming soon. How weird is that? Image design face painting will be available to guests of the Star Wars Galactic Starcruiser beginning May 2nd. These makeovers will be an add-on like the captain's table, and appointments are limited. Here's how it's described on the official website. Enhance your character with a personalized galactic makeover right in your cabin. Our talented image designers are ready to create your out-of-this-world look in the style of fan-favorite alien species so iconic to Star Wars. Choose from a selection of eye-catching face-painted designs for a look that inspires your unique story aboard the Halcyon. Plus, appointments are limited, so jump to hyperspace and reserve yours as soon as possible. You can book by calling 407-939-1800 between 60 days and 1 day before your Starcruiser voyage. Of course, headpieces are available separately, and costume guidelines still apply in the parks. In honor of halfway to Halloween, Disney PhotoPass at Disney World is launching a new Tower of Terror lens and updating the Haunted Mansion ride photo. The Tower of Terror lens has launched in the My Disney Experience app with the purchase of Disney Genie Plus. The lens is available to use on Sunset Boulevard. The updated ride photo aboard the Haunted Mansion at the Magic Kingdom also is available now. One of 3 hitchhiking ghosts now appears in the photo. You might get a different ghost each time you ride. There's no photo preview wall at the exit of the Haunted Mansion, so you'll have to look in your phone or on your app to see exactly what you got. Physical distancing has been mostly removed from performances of Beauty and the Beast live on stage at Hollywood Studios. Since the show returned last year, actors have remained approximately 6 feet apart from each other, as well. Obviously, the number of performers in the show was reduced. Sadly, they have not upped that number of performers, but Belle and the Beast are getting close to each other once again. They're allowed to hug. Characters can high-five in the show. So the show has returned mostly to normal, except for the fact that there are still way less performers in it. We hope that'll be addressed soon, too. You can watch the whole current version of the show right here on our YouTube channel. Calte, Pandora, the World of Avatar, Disney's Animal Kingdom, is about to celebrate its 5th anniversary in May, and there are plenty of ways to celebrate with a ton of new merchandise. The anniversary collection includes 2 T-shirts, but there's also a number of new items that are not labeled for the 5th anniversary available, including a water bottle, a tank top, a spinning globe sipper, a zip-up jacket, a button pack, actually 2 of those, keychains, magnets, and a pin. We found all these items at Win Traders. You can check them all out on our website. And yes, I bought too much because I love Pandora. It's a great land. The Vault collection at Walt Disney World celebrates the opening day and previous anniversaries of Walt Disney World, and it's continuing with a new Tencennial 10th Anniversary T-shirt, a Mickey and Friends shirt, and a Mickey and Minnie pair of shorts. You can check them all out on our website. Florida residents can now visit Disney's Typhoon Lagoon Water Park with a special 2-day Disney Water Park ticket. As a reminder, Blizzard Beach is closed at this time. The ticket is $69 plus tax for ages 10 and up and $63 for guests ages 3 to 9. For Florida resident tickets, guests will need to show proof of Florida residency. This ticket is valid for 1 water park, whichever is open per day, on any 2 days from April 26th through June 30th, subject to blockout dates May 27th to May 30th. The ticket does not have to be used on consecutive dates, and at this time, a park reservation is not required to visit a water park. However, Disney warns that is always subject to change. Oh boy, let's make things more complicated. The rumor that Disneyland Paris would launch a €90 package version of Disney Premier Access for 12 attractions at the resort has now been confirmed. The pass could be used once per attraction. And of course, last year, Disneyland Paris launched Disney Premier Access as their paid Fast Pass replacement. Since then, guests have been able to purchase access to an individual attraction's designated fast lane. This new pass would allow guests to purchase bulk access to all of the attractions that are available. They're calling this Disney Premier Access Ultimate and stated it will debut this summer. No exact date is available. And also that €90 price per guest is a starting point. It can be higher on certain days. Disneyland Paris has announced limited time offerings for Star Wars Day on May the 4th. Among the special character meet and greets will be Darth Vader, Chewbacca, Boba Fett, and R2-D2. There will also be other photo ops, including a magic shot with Grogu, a.k.a. Baby Yoda. The First Order March and First Order recruitment shows will be performed. Star Wars-inspired treats will be available at Cafe Hyperion, the Hyperion Cart, and the Cooling Station. Guests are also encouraged to dress up as Star Wars characters on this day. And of course, Star Wars merchandise will be available at Star Traders, and guests will be able to enjoy Star Tours, The Adventures Continue, and Star Wars Hyperspace Mountain. Disney Illuminations also has a Star Wars segment as well if you're looking to celebrate in the evening. Tokyo Disney Resort has become the first Disney resort in Asia to significantly roll back COVID protocols as approaches to the pandemic are changing. With this, they have officially removed or nullified all physical distancing markers and lines throughout Tokyo Disneyland and Disney Sea overnight. Reports came in from across social media as guests entered the parks on Monday, with the markers in place since the park's reopening on July 1st, 2020, now virtually removed, leaving cast members on duty to continue peeling them up as the day continued. Cast members could be seen at Soaring Fantastic Flight in Disney Sea, peeling up the remaining yellow lines. Recent changes to guidelines from the East and West Japan Theme and Amusement Park Association guidelines last month allowed what essentially constitutes the removal of all distancing between guests, although some distance is still expected for entertainment programs, particularly for performers who appear unmasked. Guests visiting Minnie's Style Studio in Toontown already found lines gone, with only scars remaining. These areas will likely be power washed and painted in the coming weeks to remove all traces, as they gradually were when some lines were removed last year. Of course, at Disney World, we never did any of that. You could still find where the marks were all over the place. It's great. The Oriental Land Company has announced that the classic Space Mountain attraction at Tokyo Disneyland is to be replaced with an entirely new version of the ride set to open in 2027. With this, Space Mountain, as we know it, will close permanently at some point in 2024 following the park's 40th anniversary. The announcement came with a single piece of concept art showing the new plaza to be built around the attraction. The iconic attraction and its building, which was cloned from the Disneyland version and opened with the park on April 15, 1983, are presumably to be demolished or heavily modified. The Oriental Land Company said the following about the project, quote, Space Mountain, an exhilarating indoor roller coaster that takes guests on a high-speed joyride through space, has been a favorite of guests since opening day. This entirely new attraction will maintain its original concept as an indoor roller coaster, but will have enhanced performance and immersive special effects that will give guests even more thrills on this exciting rocket ride. The new Tomorrowland Plaza will express the connection between Earth and the universe, representing an image of a future where humans are in harmony with nature. Guests will be able to enjoy moments of rest and relaxation in this plaza where various icons and other design elements create a sense of hope for the future. And after dark, the area will draw guests into a spectacular world of light and soundscapes. The new attraction building design seemed to take inspiration from some of Shanghai Disneyland's Tomorrowland, with a large ramp leading up to the attraction similar to Tron Light Cycle Power Run. Approximately 56 billion yen, or $437 million US, will be spent on the project, with the Space Mountain name and theme to be retained, as well as Coca-Cola's sponsorship. Again, the new version will open in 2027. We have to stop and talk about this for a second, because this is such a big deal. This is Tokyo Disneyland is going to knock down the original Space Mountain after 40 years and build a new, bigger, better version of the ride, which again shows OLC's dedication to making these places amazing. This will never happen in a U.S. Disney park or any park owned by the Walt Disney Company. This is only what they can do. And despite, again, what has been a rocky road for them, they are a considerably smaller company than Disney. And yes, I know there's been complaints about their ticketing system and reservation system as well, and it seems to be a necessity given the lower capacity they've had through most of this period. But again, coming out of this, we have Fantasy Springs opening supposedly next year, and then this will be not far behind that. This is all being built in the midst of, again, them hemorrhaging money. This commitment to grow the resort into the future. Meanwhile, at Disney World, I don't see any real signs of the future as we just kind of stretch out the things that were meant for the 50th that didn't get finished in time. This is why OLC is the best. They were trained by the Walt Disney Company back in the 80s, how you operate a Disney park and how you treat your guests, and they continue to do it. And this is why they will continue to get my money. Once we can travel again, I save up my money and I'm going to go there as often as I can and have a great time. And you should do the same. If you're not happy with Disney World, save your money, get ready for when international travel returns, and go see this amazing place if you haven't. For the absolute latest Disney Parks news, head on over to WDWNT.com and follow us on all your favorite social media platforms. This program is brought to you by our official travel agent sponsor, The Vacationeer, the engineers of your next magical vacation. Sit back and let their team of vacation planning experts craft your family's next magical trip. The best part, their services are free. Visit WDWNT.travel for details. If you're enjoying the show, be sure to like this video, subscribe to WDW News Today on YouTube for more great content, and click the bell for notifications. Also, hit select all notifications so you never miss an episode of News Today. You can support the entire team behind this show by joining the WDWNT Inner Globe Society at patreon.com/WDWNT. For the worldwide leader in Disney Parks news, this is Tom Corliss saying, enjoy the rest of your today and have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. And start saving for Japan, everybody.
WDW News Tonight is our weekly comedy show combining the news of the week, comedy segments, thoughtful discussions, insane characters, parody commercials, games, and more. Watch live on Thursdays at 9 p.m. and become a Wigs member to get access to a bonus post show. Watch WDW News Tonight episodes anytime and live on YouTube, or get the audio-only version on iTunes and other podcast services.